Hello and welcome to my channel. Hopefully I can say now welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about a 20-year-old designer bag that I didn't buy pre-loved. I actually bought brand new. Yes, I'm that old. And I have been using these two bags for 20 years now, and since I bought them new I have first-hand experience how they keep up. Are they still looking nice? Do I still use them? Well, keep on watching and you'll find out. My name is Veronika. I already said I'm a shoeholic, but the way this goes is if you like shoes, you like bags. So I have to kind of confess here that I love bags, obviously, as well. I do not have a lot of designer bags because the prices are insane, but I do have a few, and today I want to talk about specifically Gucci. Firstly, let me walk you through a bit of Gucci history. I know there's a new film coming up soon, so you'll learn more, but that's fiction. What I'm going to tell you now is an actual fact. What we do know about House of Gucci, well, the most funny thing is there are no Guccis left in Gucci since 1993. Gucci was founded in 1921 by Guccio Gucci in Florence in Tuscany. That's of course in Italy. And this house is still based in Florence, which I think is pretty cool. There was a lot of family feuds and back and forth, and then, like I said, the Gucci family was completely ousted from Gucci company by 1993. So in 1999, Gucci was acquired by the French conglomerate Pinot Printemps Redoute. Please don't kill me, my French is not very good. And is under the umbrella of the French luxury group Kering, which I'm pretty sure you heard of because its founder is Francois Pinot, who is married to Salma Hayek, who is usually seen on red carpets in Gucci. Now you know the connection. Now, besides Gucci, Kering owns Yves Saint Laurent and also Bottega Veneta. Some numbers about Gucci. I found it online that in 2019, which is the latest numbers I could find, Gucci has 487 stores. It has well over 17,000 employees, and it generated 9.5 billion in sales, which is quite a lot more from a year previously, because in 2018 the yearly sales were 8.2 billion. Still not bad. So the bag two bags I'm gonna talk about are the Gucci waist bags. You can call them belt bags as well, but they're officially named waist bags. I actually bought them in 2001. I saw that bag on the series Sex and the City. I think it was season 4. And it's a scene where Carrie and Aiden get back together, and Carrie goes to visit him in a bar where he's supposedly hanging out with guys, like with his friends, but he's there alone with a hot waitress, and she's wearing this really cool brown belt bag, and this is the baby. Well, I bought it in Harrods in 2001. I was studying at Guildford School of Acting at the time, so I was living near London, so it was easy for me to just pop into Harrods. And the thing is, if you're gonna see different belts, it's okay, it's officially like that. When I got it in Harrods, you could have it with either the green and red colors of Gucci belt or with a plain brown one. Easier to kind of wear it if it's just one color. And also Carrie in Sex and the City had the brown belt, so of course I had to have the same one. So this bag is made out of fabric. Leather parts are on the zipper here. This cover pocket is also leather, and that's pretty much it for the leather part. The rest of it is fabric, so it's not much that you can do to kind of try and keep it nice looking, because you know it's fabric. I did try to keep it in its dust bag all the time so it won't get that dirty, and you know I try to kind of be careful with it a bit, but I like to use things that I buy. I don't buy them to keep them on a shelf and you know looking nice and pretty and new. I buy them to use them, so of course you know this is gonna show. So from afar, like if you're wearing it, it still looks amazing. It looks brand new. It has one pocket here. It's just like little claps that it doesn't really hold properly anymore. Then this one is a zipper one, which is slightly more safe and secure. You can fit an iPhone in here, or you know your wallet and stuff. And at the back you have a zipper pocket and the pocket runs all the way along to the belt bag, and it's fabric lined. And here I would usually keep like my cards, my passports or whatever. So it's because it's next to your body, it's more safe. From afar it looks nice, but close up you can tell it's pretty battered. I mean, if you look at the corners here, I'm gonna try and show you. It's quite torn. It's not really torn, but just kind of like, you know, rubbed. The bottom is not that bad, but still you can see that it's not a new bag. But apart from this corner here on this pocket, like this corner and this corner, this is the worst. Rest of it is actually pretty cool. And think of it, I have been using this bag for 20 years. It has not been sitting on my shelf. So I think under these circumstances, under 20 years of use, the bag held up amazingly. You can still get this specific bag on the pre-loved sites like Vestiaire Collective. I think I saw one just a few days ago. This you can make it like really short and just wear it on your shoulder like this, or put it around your waist, or you know, you can really stretch it, make it a long strap and wear it really long crossbody. It's actually much more versatile than you would think just looking at it. So I can definitely recommend this bag. It's definitely one of my favorites. Because I love the brown bag so much, a couple of months later I actually went and got a black one as well. Now this one I use specifically when I travel, because you can tell it's Gucci only if you look really closely and you see the monogram. Otherwise it just looks like a black, you know, waist bag. This bag was with me all over the world. I was wearing it in Thailand, in West Coast USA, all over Europe, even in Africa. I went to Uganda a few years ago, and it's just a it's a perfect bag for travel, because you know, it's the same as the brown one. You have a pocket at the back, the zippers and everything is still original, so I didn't change anything. It's a big pocket here, and then you have another pocket here. It's actually a very perfect travel bag, and it says Gucci here on the flap, and another it's here on the strap, it says Gucci as well. I hope this is, because the fingerprints of course is gonna is gonna show up. So this just you kind of click here and it opens, and it's this type. So this one has some wear and tear as well. At the bottom here it's a bit torn. It's not the hole through, it's just the fabric, it's a bit scrapped. You know, it's, if you've been using a bag for such a long time, of course, you know, it's not going to be brand new. But I'm really impressed with the quality of this. I mean, this leather tab, if you can see it on the zipper, this is all original. I didn't change anything. It's still the way I bought it. So apart from corners being, you know, you can see it up close, but apart from that, it's in perfect condition. And I really like the subtle logo, because it's all over the bag, but because it's black, you can't really see it. That if you compare it to the brown one, it's obvious difference. This one screams Gucci. But really love those two bags, and in this particular case Gucci did well. The bags held up their value, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm trying to remember how much I paid for them, because you know, that was 20 years ago, but I think they were around 250 pounds. I think it was in that margin. So I used to work in Gap during my studies, and I had like a student loan to pay for my fees, and I remember vividly going to Harrods. It was on the ground floor. I think it was to the left then, because you don't forget when you are not buying luxury every day, which I do not. You remember every time you went and bought something. So I remember going in there, and the lady was really snobbish, because of course I was like, you know, in my teens, and I was buying Gucci. Of course she was pissed, but she didn't know that I was saving up for like months during studies. I didn't eat out, I didn't go to restaurants. I tried to you know, buy and spend as little money as possible, you know, just food and transportation, and that was it. And I was just studying my ass off and trying to save up. And even though now it sounds like 250 pounds, that's nothing. Yeah, but remember that was 20 years ago, so I'm pretty sure that would be like over 1,000 in today's money. So it took me a while to get that money, but I don't regret it. It was worth it. And you know, it's 20 years later and I still use those bags. I still love them. So I guess it was a good purchase. So I'm gonna finish off with my take on luxury. If you want to save up for a bag like I did and get a luxury bag, just make sure it's not a bag that you like right now. Try to find an item that you can see yourself wearing years to come. So go for classic models. I always kind of look at my wardrobe. I see what I'm wearing the most, and then I try to see which bag will go with most outfits, because you know, luxury items are not cheap, and if you're spending that much money, you have to be able to use it a lot. That's my logic. I'm not saying you have to do it the same way, but that's just my take on it. And because I don't have a lot of those items, I do kind of see the value of them if you get them in a classic kind of timeless style. Because you know, what's fashionable today is going to be gone tomorrow. Sure, it's going to come back. The fashion always circles, but you know, do you want to pay so much money on a bag you'll be using like for a year and then put it on a shelf for 7, 8, 9, 10 years waiting for the fashion to come back so you can use it again? For me, that doesn't make sense. So if I go for higher end quality, for luxury items, I always go for classic ones, so the ones that I'm sure I'll be using for a long time to come. So if you would like to know more about me, there are some more videos also in English on my channel. I'm gonna link up here my previous video from Venice Film Festival, and I'm pretty sure you haven't seen the festival like this, because there are no red carpets, no stars, I'm sorry. Well, there's one star, sorry, there's one star. But it's how journalists actually work at the film festival. There's a big difference if you go there as a journalist or if you go there as an influencer or a celebrity. If you would like to see more of my videos, please do subscribe, comment, ask me whatever you want to know, and of course, have a lovely day and see you in the next video.